this is the timeout room down at the Clear Channel radio offices in Des Moines, Iowa. They put you in this little yellow room, kind of like the pink locker rooms when you've been too excited or out of hand to work. And I've been bouncing off the walls this week. As you know why, the Iowa Hawkeyes are 7-0, a chance to go 8-0 for the first time in the history of the Iowa football program. What's not to be excited about with that? Of course, I'm excited about the launch, the relaunch, if you will, of HawkeyeNation.com. I want to say thanks to the tens of thousands of people that have come to visit the site from over 33 countries around the world. The first day members, users from all 50 states also stopped by to check it out and check in, and I really, really do appreciate that very much. It's been a stressful week, but well worth it, and we think that the product that we're going to be able to deliver you, that you're going to have an opportunity to have a hand in, is going to be second to none. And I think Iowa fans are very fortunate to have so many great communities, like the Hawkeye Report community, the Iowa.scout.com site, Hawkeye Insider with Rob Howe, who's going to stay there. Just a lot of great communities. We appreciate you making HawkeyeNation.com a part of, hopefully, your daily tour around the Iowa Hawkeye internet circles. Let's get to the Iowa-Michigan State game. You look at Iowa's schedule, how it breaks down. The UNI game ended up being pretty good preparation for the Iowa State offense. Against UNI, Iowa's defense forced 1 turnover. Against Iowa State, they forced 5. Go to the next set of 2 games. Arizona in Kinnick Stadium. Iowa fell down early in that game. They played a more traditional offense, which prepared them for the game they played at Penn State. They forced 4 turnovers in that game against Penn State. Arkansas State ran a spread offense when they played against Michigan the next week. The second game of these 2-game sets, they forced 5 turnovers. Last week, Iowa played at Wisconsin, which was the first of another 2-game set with very similar offenses. Michigan State and Wisconsin certainly do things differently schematically, but they still try to run, and you still know who and what they are and what they're going to bring. They're not going to try and trick you with the zone replay. It's straight-ahead football. Michigan State probably a better passing team than was Wisconsin, but Iowa's pass defense, 4th or 5th best in the nation, depending on which stat you place a lot of credence into. And I think that Iowa, their defense should be able to slow down this Michigan State running attack, which is nowhere near as strong as it was a year ago with Javon Ringer, and Ringer didn't get 100 yards on the Hawkeyes last year. They've already lost one of their running backs for the season due to injury, and I think when the dust settles in East Lansing, and again, the theme is the same. This is the key for the rest of the year for the Hawkeyes. Do no harm. It's like a doctor's Hippocratic oath that Rick Stanzi needs to take. Do no harm. You know what? If you turn the ball over occasionally on the other side of the 50-yard line, on the opponent's side of the 50, you can get out of it because your defense can put out the fire. You pick 6 it, you can't put the fire out, the thing's going to burn to the ground. So do no harm. On Iowa's side of the 50, Rick Stanzi and the Hawkeyes are going to go to 8-0. I see this one as 17-13 Hawks, another low-scoring affair. The weather could be brutal in East Lansing, but you know what? Ain't no hill for a climber, as my dad liked to say. Hawks win 8-0 for the first time in school history, and they have 1 foot in Pasadena.